Welcome to episode 3 of the Kusher Cast. My name is Slick. I'm here with my co-host.
Amon.
And today, before my Amon wants to take a soda, but before that, I'm going to say that smoking is encouraged while you listen to this, but if you are not following laws in your area, we are not responsible. Anyway, that is a not sexy Pepsi opening. Anyway,
It's actually Dr. Pepper. Fuck.
Jesus,
I forgot.
you lied to me. Anyway,
No.
so what is your most recent updates on the Russia-Ukraine conflict?
Dude, I tried to watch the last two, most recent Speak the Truth videos. I didn't absorb a lot of it because I was doing, like, other things on the side. But, like, fuck, what was it that stood out to me? Oh, yeah, he played this clip, and I forget exactly what it was, but Putin was in some meeting. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of looks, I don't know if sick is the term, but he looks real weak and distressed. Like, he doesn't look all there.
I read recent stuff, some recent some recent news that has been speculating, and they've been rumoring that Putin has Parkinson's. Because you can tell when he's shaking, he has to, when he's in those meetings, sometimes he has to grab the table like real
Yeah,
tight.
in the chair arms, and he, like, has to reposition himself like he's having back pain or some shit.
Yeah, dude, they're talking about it being maybe Parkinson, which is leading into the theory that this war is some grand revival of Russia, then Putin's gonna die a hero. That's his whole thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not happening because, dude, I keep seeing videos of tanks just getting blown to bits.
Dude, I love that. All the shorts, Speak the Truth posts of shit getting blown up.
Dude, the MiGs. Dude, I remember meeting back in school all the time talking about in Soviet Russia, MiGs will kill you. Because the MiGs were really like the tough planes, and the U.S. was always trying to. They had better technology, but the Soviets had really good MiGs. But
Mm-hmm.
look at what's happening.
Well, shit gets updated, and now we're sending Ukraine some of the new stuff.
Drones. The sanctions before this, Russia couldn't really. And we're seeing the effects. I've been hearing a lot about dry rot in the tires. You know what dry rot is?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take hits, by the way.
All right, I'm waiting a bit. If you got dry rot, sun damage because all this equipment just sits there because of all the fuel shortages. So these big giant Russian convoys just end up getting stuck, right? So
Mm-hmm.
all the rubber on the tires keeps hitting the sun. The sun keeps interacting with it, and the sun damages the rubber, and they can't move.
Damn.
And now, after the sanctions, with all that stuff that's going on right now Russia, which we've learned they really import a lot of their tank parts, plane parts.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen to the? And I've also heard that the Russian Air Force is very much not in shape and not up to codes and shit.
Dude, their whole front lines look not up to shape or up to code. And they don't look
Dude,
up to date on like anything.
World War II era technology mixed with modern technology. And your modern technology keeps getting destroyed.
Exactly. They're
We used to fear
they're
this military.
but they don't even look like they have good men employed. Like fuck the technology. They don't even look like they have the right operators behind shit.
And also, apparently, the number of generals they killed is up to 20. Or generals and high commanders.
Damn. Like honestly, I thought when this first started, I thought Russia was gonna go in and crush Ukraine. I thought like Ukraine
Yeah,
had
because
no
what they
chance.
happened in Georgia, what they did in Chechnya, what they did was they went rockets, bombs, and then we'll send the troops in to clean everything else up. They thought that's what this was going to be. They
Mm-hmm.
thought this was going to be another Georgia, another in the country, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, from what I've noticed, should probably, from what I've noticed, the Chechens are the ones they will send them into a place first because they're the toughest fighters. Even though some of they're facing problems too. And the Russians, they're too scared, so they'll just go behind the Chechens now.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, and you see all these videos coming out, and Chechens are the only ones. The Russians themselves aren't as experienced with urban warfare,
Mm-hmm.
but the Chechens are. So they'll send them in, and they're the ones doing most of the urban warfare stuff. But they can't be everywhere, and that's the problem. Is they're trying to be everywhere. Did you see all the new pictures of the fires at the ammunitions and fuel depots inside Russia?
I don't think I've gotten around to that.
Oh, dude, it's funny. But anyway, that's all that I have for the war. Be careful.
It's gonna be fine. Yo,
Yo.
Kid Cudi. Your channel has been carried by his beats, but
I know.
he's been in a controversial position recently.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a picture of him, and I don't remember when, but he had like, I think it was eyeshadow or eyeliner or something on, and like, that's not even what stood out. He had like green hair, like lime green hair.
Oh my god.
Dude, like, why?
Why would you dye your hair that way? Now I get it, some people do that, but like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand. I can't wait till this fad of dyeing hair colors it wasn't supposed to be. Dude, if we evolved to have green hair, we would.
Exactly. But
But yeah,
in terms of his controversy, have you heard about him and Kanye? The little, I don't know if I'd call it a beef. It's kind of a little one sided right now, but just like issues they've got between each other, I guess.
I saw one tweet, and I think it was the day before we put the doc. No, it was the 2 or 3 days before the docket was put together for this episode. So, and the tweet was from Kid Cudi,
Mm-hmm.
and it was talking about how it was that last song they were gonna do. Tweet, it was the last song, and I'm not doing anything more with him.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the exact wording.
Most of this has been on Kid Cudi's side. Like, I'm pretty sure it started from Kanye posting something back in February or March saying, I think he dropped Cudi off a track or something because he was friends with Billie Eilish or something like that. And then Cudi
Stupid.
responded and called, like, this is the thing. You know how we were talking earlier and I said, I don't agree with all the things Cudi said.
Right.
Well, he replied to that, and I'm pretty sure this is legit. I couldn't find it on Twitter, but I found it everywhere in articles and everything, screenshots and whatnot. And Cudi called Kanye a dinosaur and said that he didn't care he was dropped off the song because he's been the hottest thing on Kanye's albums since. And then he dropped a year, and I forget what that year was.
Dude, I have a thing to say about that, actually.
And
I want to say, which albums is he referring to, first of all? If he's referring to Donda,
definitely that. Let me find it again because I'll have to find the year. He dropped a
Remote
year.
Control, I think, was the song. Because do you remember the unreleased version of Remote Control got leaked that had Cudi on it? And everyone was like, you should have dropped the Cudi one.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, it was a really good feature. I haven't gotten around to listening to it, but I know he was on Moon. Now, I will say, the thing about Cudi is with in rap, we know this. You have to have an ego, or you have to have a cockiness that pushes
Bro,
you forward.
I found the tweet. Sorry.
Is that right?
I found a picture of it anyways. It says, "Too bad I don't want to be on your album, you fucking dinosaur. Ha ha ha. Everyone knows I've been the best thing on your album since I met you. I'm a pray for you, brother." Well, no, it says, "I'm a pray you for, brother." What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Misspelled it.
Dude, maybe there's some mental shit going on. Because I've noticed all of Kid Cudi and Kanye's relationship. Should we call him Ye? Or just keep calling him?
That's the thing. I'm so used to calling him Kanye, but it is Ye now.
Yeah, but even on YouTube and on Spotify, it still says Kanye for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't erase Kanye from history, you know.
Exactly.
But anyway, so Kid Cudi and Kanye have always had these sort of down moments where they don't pal around or whatever, and then they always somehow come back to it. Like they both have this dynamic because they both have mental problems.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye has bipolar. Cudi, he's always struggled with depression and drug addiction and all
Mm-hmm.
that. So they both have that, and I feel like eventually they'll come back around because the time that I remember it happening was 2016 on the life of Pablo.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of them, they weren't speaking together at that point, so they come back together and they do a track, and everything is good for another couple of years.
Only thing I have to say, aside from all that, I haven't actually heard their quote unquote last track, that Pusha T one, Rock and Roll.
Neither have I.
I've heard the beginning of it, and I've heard the beat for it.
I haven't heard it either.
Dude, I remember, I think it was last year or the year before, we were hearing rumors about Kid Goes 2, and I thought there was like a tweet or something released saying that Cudi and Kanye had enough tracks to make an album or two. And now it's like, oh, we're not going to have any tracks together again. Like, damn.
Dude, that's sad too.
I know.
And I know you don't listen to a lot of Kid Cudi's stuff independently like I do.
Mm-hmm. I've been getting around to a bit more of it, though.
That's good. And at the end of your journey with him, I want you to tell me what you think of him. Now, I will say, going back to the one thing, before we close this topic out, I want to say the one thing about that might explain some of the cockiness in Kid Cudi's tweet. Kid Cudi is not the best thing I will say this. He's not the best thing, but he brings so much to the table that he made some of the projects like 808s wouldn't have been the way it was without Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cudi influenced that. He was on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He was on The Life of Pablo. And Kanye was on the first two Man on the Moon albums. And I think he was on another one. I don't remember. So Kanye is probably the better, I want to say the better rapper. Cudi's a good rapper. He's eloquent and he's got good lyrics, but I feel like Kanye with the skill is better.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
Yeah, and I feel like overall Kanye's had more success. So, and Kanye still has a lot of commercial success. He can drop
Not
something.
even just in music.
Yeah, he can drop something, not even just in music, and it'll get sales because it's Kanye. And I mean,
and here's the other thing. Before, sorry.
I was just
Here's
gonna
the other
say,
thing.
I don't think Cudi has the rights to call Kanye a dinosaur and shit and say he's the hottest
Right,
thing.
right. Cody's not the hottest thing right now. He's certainly relevant, but he's not the hottest thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to what I was just going to say, Cudi hasn't really brought any artists up, except for maybe like Kinship, but that's really only under him, and Wizard, which is really only because of him.
Mm-hmm. And
It's like the Eminem situation, but very much smaller, where Eminem, almost everyone Eminem like brought up with him became associated with him so much that their careers failed. It's like
mm-hmm.
that. And Kanye has had more success. Kanye was the one that brought up Kite. So
Mm-hmm.
Kanye also helped bring up Travis Scott along with Cudi. Maybe you can give Cudi that, but it was Ye that signed him along with Ti.
Mm-hmm.
Signing is confusing. But anyway,
After this, I'm gonna actually listen to the Pusha T track.
yeah, I feel like I should too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
In other terms of beef and disputes, have you heard of the much about the legal dispute between Johnny Depp and I forget her first name. Is it just
Amber,
Amber? Okay, that's what I thought.
Amber
Amber
Heard.
Heard.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
the only thing I
defamation
really
lawsuit.
I haven't kept up much on the most recent stuff with her shit, but I heard that he is countersuing for defamation
Mm-hmm.
because it was a false accusation and shit, and obviously it ruined his career, and he's wanting reparations, which I feel like he deserves.
Mm-hmm. I haven't
That's
really.
all.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I've heard too, and as well as like the actual claims and stuff before. And I think they had like video footage or something of him actually flipping out, like multiple incidents of it. So it's like, I don't know.
It's like the Will Smith situation, in that it's almost got continuous repercussions.
Mm-hmm. Comment, random comment on the Will Smith situation. If you're referring to him slapping Chris Rock,
Yeah,
the fact that their whole family reverted into like kind of crying and saying that they were in deep healing, who does that, man?
I don't know. That's be stupid. And Will Smith is over here like getting like practically new clips from years ago they
Mm-hmm.
keep getting pushed videos of Will Smith just getting beat down mentally by his wife, dude. Like you
Mm-hmm.
let Jada Pinkett rule your life. You let pussy rule the household, man. You can't let pussy rule the household.
Mm-hmm. No disrespect to Will though.
Nah. Dude, but people are now over here calling him out for his acting. Also,
Mm-hmm.
have you listened to any of his older music? Because it used to be music.
I mean, only the ones like everyone's heard.
Get jiggy with it.
Yeah.
Fucking dude, but that joke, the G.I. Jane and G.I. George, that
Mm-hmm.
was hilarious.
To be honest with you, I watched the first time and I couldn't really hear it because it was through my TV, so I didn't get it. And I was like, "Why did he smack him?" And I was like, "I get he made a joke, but what was it?" And I heard it through my phone, and I was like, "Oh, but what was he talking about?" And I listened again, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, because of her hair.
uh huh."
Now, you know Chris Rock. He's a comedian. You know how comedians are. They pick on people.
Mm-hmm. Now, dude, I know it's gonna be a while before our albums and stuff. Oh, I can't speak, bro. I know it's gonna be a while before our albums and shit is released, but like, bro, you just gotta drop some. I'll smack the shit out of you like Will Smith line or something.
We're gonna remix Joyner Lucas's Will.
Hell yeah.
Bro, that would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Make one like it, but don't sample it or anything. Remake the thing with different instruments and shit in a very, very similar style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So now we mentioned Will Smith's rap. I want to go and I want to ask you, what is your stoner music?
Like, what do I like to listen to when I'm high?
Yeah,
When I'm
yeah.
high or when I'm stoned?
I go with both actually. I'm curious.
Okay, so high. So it depends. I'll try to narrow it down. I'll try to start broad and narrow it down from there. Because it varies, you know? It's not the exact same thing all the time.
Yeah, I feel that.
Sometimes I'll be high and I'll be feeling like, you know, more Nas than Kanye, but sometimes I'll be high and I'll be like a happy high and just feeling a real creative spirit and I want to go listen to College Dropout.
Dude, College Dropout is a great fucking high album.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you, not you want to know what I have a dry throat, dude.
Damn.
Fuck.
For stoner albums,
Stoners.
by the way.
Wait a minute. For
Um,
stoners, always
okay.
have a bottle of water with you.
Damn. I
But
don't.
yeah,
For my stoner albums, or artists or whatever. So I haven't listened to a lot of Kid Cudi, but I do like a few of his songs, and I'm sure if I got into him more, I'd probably like a lot more of them. But I'm not gonna add him to that list. There are some Kanye songs I like for stoner songs, but like those are mostly high songs, to be honest with you.
yeah. I want to say something. There is the Kid Cudi song "Marijuana" is a must play.
That's nice. I like that one, to be honest, and I
It's
like
a
the
must play,
instrumental.
dude. All those
Mhm.
guitars.
Dude, you remember how you wanted to do a beat around it and do like a thing on the your last album idea?
Yeah, dude. I still want to play around with that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to what I like about College Dropout, as I was trying to say before,
Mm-hmm.
is it kind of can guide my high a little bit. So like, when as it comes in, you got your opening skit and you get into "We Don't Care." That song really picks me the fuck up.
Yeah, that is nice.
Now, "Spaceships," as weird as it sounds, that one will make me stoned.
No,
This
I
album
feel
makes
that. That's like a downer for me. Not in a bad way, but like that's the one that
it's a good
hits.
song.
Yeah, but that's like the. You know how you've got your nice up notes and then you have that just down note and then everything goes back up? That's kind of how it feels. Spaceship kind of feels like
Yeah,
that interjection.
and then it keeps going up and down like
Mm.
that.
But it's not
What is?
harsh. It doesn't hurt the album at all.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend it to all my stoners out there.
Mm-hmm. I recommend it to anyone. Like I've told you before, even when I first listened to it, it's an experience.
It is, especially when you're hot.
Mm-hmm.
But another good album is "Man on the Moon" too, and that's a good stoner album for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's one song that'll like pick you up and shit, and there are a few moments where it does kind of freak you out, but like the skit before marijuana, for instance, it like makes you feel so weird. You like have to, you know how some sounds when you're stoned, they make you, they like sound sometimes can like invade your ears. I don't know
Yeah.
if how to describe it.
A little jarring or just like,
Like it makes you wanna, it makes you like squirm.
yeah, like it's real uncomfortable to the ears.
The skit is called "Wake Up," and it's a real like if you're stoned, oh my god, it makes you want to run. And then it goes into marijuana. So like, what I always try to do is get stoned. Like I smoke to start the album, and then I'll wait until that skit. You know, because around the time of that skit, you're like almost ready to, or you're after your peak. I don't remember where it is in the album. So, but
Mm-hmm.
that skit makes you want to wake up and get a bowl ready for marijuana.
I feel that. Damn, someone's dying outside my room.
Dude, no, To Pimp a Butterfly is another good high album for me. What do you think about Chronic 2001?
I listened to both of those. Fuck, I can't remember which one I put above which.
I
And
think
I
you put 2001 above the original.
that's what I was thinking.
Even though the
But
original Chronic is still a very, very good album,
mm-hmm.
the Chronic 2001 is so much better because Dre got better within that time. But then he also found Eminem and Snoop, and he had a lot more notoriety because Dre, or because of Pac and Death Row.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever just like really pay attention to the production of stuff when you're high?
Yes. Yeah, dude, I can't help it.
You ever just listen to a song and it almost sounds like the stems are playing simultaneously in your head, like you can hear it in the stems, like this is the kick drum, that's the snare. You can hear all the individual sounds. And I mean, I'm trying to make it make sense. Like it doesn't sound like it's all just playing together. You can hear it all in pieces and you can
You hear how
differentiate
it
and
puts
focus.
you can like hang on.
It's like you can hear and feel how it's put together, kind of visualize it in an auditory sense.
As only a stoner would say.
Damn.
No, but I understand what you're saying because what do you focus on the most? Because I focus on bass,
I do
the
too.
drums, the drums of a song, the bass, which is why I like a lot of the 90s G-Funk shit, like 2001, even some Tupac shit.
Drums, bass, vocals, and whatever the lead instrument are primary focuses and stand out. And in terms of like what stands out to my ears, all those high frequencies are real present, like violins and shit.
Tremolo.
Those really pierce my ears. Yeah, the real highs and the real lows, deep bass
Dude,
and sub.
that's how I can always differentiate from when I'm high and when I'm stoned. I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I'm high, you know how your hearing gets enhanced throughout the whole experience?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can always tell when I'm stoned when all the high frequencies hurt.
Yeah, yeah. When I'm stoned, all the highs hurt and all the lows, like the really deep lows, if it gets real distorted, it tends to like scare me, to be honest. It's like real jarring and like subtle sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Or when you hear a really loud, deep kick, it's like, ooh, I like
Yeah,
it
like
when I'm high, but
vibrates
not when
me.
I'm stoned. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're stoned, like I don't want to hear like jarring noises when I'm stoned. When I'm high, it's okay. I don't like to hear it, but it's okay. I'm
Bro,
stoned.
random comment, mixing and mastering. We can hear between 20 and I think 20,000 hertz. But there are some frequencies in mixing and mastering, just slight ones, above 20,000, like to 24,000, and some that go down, sometimes to like 10 or 4 or 2. But you can't actually hear them. They're picked up though, and especially the low ones, like the deep, deep super sub bass or whatever you want to call it, that
Yeah.
we can't hear. It can actually muddy up some of the sub bass and shit in your mix, apparently. That's what I've heard, anyways.
I've also heard that little things like that actually make some production better.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yo, give me a second.
Is that the ending? Yo, give me a second.
No, no, no. Can you hear me better?
A little bit.
Shit. Wait, now?
Yes.
Am I through this mic?
Yes.
Alright. Well, we're still recording. Damn, technical difficulties.
You did that to yourself.
Shit.
You fucking broke it.
But is it working now like it was before at the beginning?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I feel like we should end this episode before we have any more technical difficulties. The mic's over here sounds like it's gonna fail.
I'm sorry. Rip.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We probably shouldn't go over this time anyway, because we gotta edit.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, for all those out there, we hope you enjoyed our presence. We'll be around in the future. We got beats coming out. We got more stuff coming out, and we're planning on getting some other shit. But we ain't gonna tell you much about it yet, because it's still in the planning phase.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, if that's all, everyone, if you liked this episode, please leave a like, share it, comment if you want to comment. Dislike it if you dislike it. We won't see it unless we get the actual YouTube plugin that lets you see it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's in the
Um,
analytics in YouTube Studio.
it probably is on here because it doesn't block it for us.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, for all the stoners out there, stay zooted, and everyone keep it kosher.